Okay, so I hope both my voice as well as my screen, it's like, sorry, visible as well as audible. Just, just a second. Okay. So today I welcome you all to our demo class batch 11th, and our course going to start from April 6th, and it is like scheduled to finish on May 8th. Hopefully we'll complete it by May 8th. Sometimes what happens, due to some circumstances, I might take like I might go little even beyond May 8th as well. Sometimes it happens. In my last batch, due to my work schedule, I just took extra 1 week time. So let's just hope we'll restrict to to this scheduled timeline of April 6th to May 8th, probably 25 classes. And since we have completed batch 10, so from batch 11 onwards we'll just add some kind of a few new features as well in our course. So the course timings, also the course topic coverage, everything remains same, but in the topic coverage we'll be discussing like residential project from now batch 11 onwards, and we'll just spend more of our time in learning how to design project rather than concentrating more on the basics. Okay, that is with the topic coverage and everything. And okay, so course information you already know, because even in the registration link as well as in our post post as well, you might have seen that is of 25 days course. And sometimes what happens, if I feel I like one day I wanted to take extra, so then I can like increase one day extra. Last time I increased 4 days extra. It is like I took 4 classes just to cover the topics. So 25 plus or minus 1 2, that is kind of not complimentary, but are like as per schedule 25 days official like course days, but 26 27 also I might take. Sometimes I even arrange guest lecture as well from the landscape architect, because it is not only from the horticulturists like me, even from the architects you have to listen to them, because we have to get more insights about designing aspect and how to do designing, all these things. So this last time batch 10 I could not like arrange, but batch 8 and batch 9 we get to hear from landscape architect. But this time also we'll just make sure to have one class, at least half an hour class from landscape architect, how do they designs, and from their perspective we'll just go through. So every day 9 to 10 p.m. is our similar timing from Monday to Friday. Saturday and Sunday will be off, and there is no any classes, and yes, recorded classes will be given. So normally what happens, just assume if you completed class 1 today, so tomorrow probably by 12 o'clock I upload class 1 in my drive. So I'll share you the link as well once you do the registrations and all those things done, right, when we officially start our classes. So you will be shared the drive link, and all the classes will be uploaded there. And yes, at the end of this course e-certificate will be issued, and most of you might be wondering how do I will I able to give e-certificate, any such things, like will I be a good person to issue e-certificate and all, because I have completed my PhD degree in floriculture and landscape architecture, and also I have cleared net exam which is offered by ICR. So with all these things I think I can issue e-certificate, also conducting this kind of course from past 1.5 year. So yes, so that is with the e-certificate. Normally digital like e-certificate will be given, and then PDF note. We'll make one WhatsApp group, and we'll like after the registration, after when you do the registration you'll automatically add it to the groups, and all the like related information, not only classes, sometimes I might be sharing some infographics, images. So all these things, PDF notes and plant list, all those things will be shared in the group as well, and I am not going to dissolve those group. I'll just keep them alive, in the sense we don't delete those groups, because in future also if you want to ask anything, if you want to access any files, that group will be there. So that is with the course info. Then course structure, class 1 to 6 will learn about AutoCAD basics. Why? Because learning AutoCAD and handling the AutoCAD mouse and keyboards and like starting with any command. So for all these things you need little time, because in my experience from past batch 10 batches, what I have observed, it is like for AutoCAD basics we need certain time, because people, you have so many doubts regarding regarding all the commands and how to use them and all those things. That is why AutoCAD basics, instead of 5 classes I pushed it to 6 classes. Then 7 to 12 landscape botany. Why? Because there are so many theoretical part we have to understand in the terms like plant, like the plant names, in landscape botany, or in our horticulture or landscape horticulture, whatever you say, in the commercial landscaping, like remembering the plant name is the ideal thing. First any horticulturist should do, not even the AutoCAD basics. Even if you do not know AutoCAD like working basic knowledge also, if you do not have, it is still okay. Not it is like, I am not going to say it is like learning AutoCAD is not at all good. It is like you have to know the skill of usage in AutoCAD and all those things, but majorly I say you need to understand about the plant science, okay, in the sense not detail, but you need to able to identify at least 30 shrubs, 30 trees, then at least 10 to 15 climbers, and 10 to 20 ground covers, and tall shrubs, and then palms. All these things you need to know normally, which are in our Indian market. All these things you need to understand, okay. So that is why we have to learn in detail about ornamental plant species and how to like study them from the design perspective, because most of us, I assume all you have attending, right, you are all from horticulture or agriculture background, or yeah, I hope you are all from horticulture and agriculture background. And for us normally understanding plant from the design perspective is kindly different, okay. So what happens, we study only from the yield perspective, from the plant growth and all these things. But when you start focusing this kind of perspective towards the design and ornamental perspective, in the sense we observe complete let's say overall plant shape, leaf color, and then flower color, plant height and its growth pattern. All these things matters a lot, okay. So we have to even understand the design aspect of plant, and then landscape principle, element, and then some of the modern concept we normally come across in today's commercial landscaping. All these things, all those things will cover in landscape botany, and that is with the class from 7 to 12, wherein 13 to 22 we cover 3 major landscaping type. First, avenue planting plan, in the sense to understand, to get that basic understanding, first I will be covering avenue planting plan of both tree and shrub. Then we will understand a commercial residential plan, and then residential plan. One individual house will learn with site images and all these things. Then we will understand the apartment project. These 3 projects I am just going to share it right now, because we have time limit. Also first we start working from the small project, it is easy for us to understand the big project. So that is why I have drawings ready with me of these 3 types, and we can work on that. I am just going to share those drawings with you as well. And also class 23 and 25 will be BOQ preparation. BOQ preparation in the sense, normally what happens, we are not supposed to give just planting plan alone. In the sense, in planting plan involves designing of that particular area, okay, and design plus plant information, what kind of plants we are putting in, what is the spacing we are following, what is the height of the plant, quantities, all these things we have to mention. Also we have to give in a Excel format, we have to give them the like kind of information related to soil, related to plant quantity, and also related to plant specification. Why? Because just imagine you are horticulturist and you have designed one house, residential house, and you are you are just handed like giving it to your client. Okay, so client, if you just give him the design, it's okay, he'll understand what kind of species going to come and what kind of plants you are going to put. All these things he'll come to know, but how to procure them, it is like randomly we cannot go into the nursery and select the plants. Okay, we need to have certain specification. In the sense, for example, for trees, we are not just if I suggest, let's take Delonix regia only, very common red color flowering tree species, spreading habit and tall dense tree species. And just imagine if I say Delonix regia, when you go to the nursery and ask him to give Delonix regia, even he'll be giving us option. It is like what is the height, girth, polybag size, all these things they ask. So that is why we have to give them all this prior information to our client. We have to give like Delonix regia, we want 10 numbers. If in case in our project we are using 10 numbers, so you have to include that in the BOQ. Okay, that is nothing but bill of quantities. You have to say that is Delonix regia, both common name, scientific name, that is Gulmohar or Mayflower, both the things you have to incorporate, and then height of 3-meter height, girth of 180 to 200 mm, then polybag size 25 by 25 or 30 by 30 or 21 by 21. It is like based on horticulturist understanding. It is like how you wanted it, so you can mention in the BOQ. So these information you need to give it to the client. We all club together these kind of information, we all club together and feed in the Excel sheet, and this we call it as BOQ. We'll just tell everything in detail. I know few of you are already working, few of who are attending now are kind of a fresher. You might not get this point. For that, just easily for your ease of understanding, I would say there is a one plan. Okay, we have to give them what kind of plants we are using in and where it has to accommodate. Okay, and in the BOQ is nothing but Excel sheet. In the BOQ we have to mention what are the specification, what is the quantity. These things we have to give them to our client. One which is a plan with a building plan, and then literally you have to put trees, the pictures of, not pictures, I would say block or depiction of your plant you have to put in the plan, and not only like not only submitting the plan, along with the plan BOQ, same like information related to the plants you have used, you have to give them. In the sense, if you have used shrubs like Emilia petens, Mania erecta, Neriums and all, if you use, right, you have to in the BOQ you have to mention like the quantities, the height, and then the polybag size, all these things you have to mention. Not only that, like also the planting strategy. In the sense, remember, tree planting different set of process, usually like contractors or nursery people or the gardeners they follow. For shrub it is entirely different, lawn is different. So for all these three sections we are even incorporating the planting procedures as well. All these things has to be there in the BOQ. I think you got some point about BOQ and planting plan. Don't worry, in our future classes and in future slide also I have mentioned all those things. That is with the course structure. Okay, and then before going ahead with the course structures, let me just introduce myself. So I am Simantini and you all know me, and I have done my PhD in floriculture and landscape architecture. I am also working as like practicing horticulturist. I am working in one of like landscape architecture firm in Bangalore, Terra Firma. So, and I have been instructing this e-course since 2024. So this is my 11th batch, and then I have 4 years plus experiencing in landscape gardening, and then I'm this 2026 I am completing 5 years, and then I have given 2+ seminars or talks on BOQ and landscape botany in College of Horticulture, Bangalore. And then in this profession, in this online teaching, I have 1+ years of experience. So that is like my work like portfolio. And then after this class, I just want you to I'm just giving this kind of let's say some not I'm just giving you this plan, like kind of topics you might be familiar after completing this course, that is usage of mouse and usage of mouse and keyboard, especially in the AutoCAD, because you all know how to use laptop and everything, right? But coming to the AutoCAD software, this requires kind of tricks and like kind of let's say skill, okay, to use mouse and keyboard, because AutoCAD is very super easy to work when you completely understand it. Initial 4 to 5 days, I know it will be kind of struggling kind of a thing you might experience. Why? Because you need to adjust to the workflow. When you get used to the workflow, then you can smoothly work with AutoCAD. Before that, your body posture and hand posture, all these things matters. That is why even that information will be shared. Then AutoCAD user interface. Why? Because when you join as an horticulturist in any of the firm, when they give you the plan or when they give you the AutoCAD drawing itself, as soon as you open the drawing, you must be familiar to understand what you must be familiar to read the drawing. Okay, so all this kind of skill you will be get to know after completing these courses. Then understanding units, selection sets, basic drawing tools, modifying drawing tools, then toggle space bar, annotation tools, layers, block, hatch, boundary. These four, that is like let me just take a pen here, layers, block, hatch, boundary. These things are very important, you have to understand, because in planting plan we are going to work a lot with these four concepts. Then planting profile for horticulture, we have to understand how to create planting profile. Then plant population and spacing, we all know in our commercial horticulture and agriculture we were calculating spacing and population as such, but here it is kind of little different, so we will understand even that as well. Then creating curved profiles. Now the trend is to use lots of tropical tropical inspiration we are taking from the rainforest vegetation. In the sense, we love to have lots of lush green looking broad leaves kind of a species we going to incorporate in our garden. So even the profiles as well, we no longer using geometric patterns like rectangle boxes or square boxes kind of planting patch we see in the garden, right, in the formal type of gardens. We are not using it anymore. We work with kind of curved kind of a profiles. I'll tell how this works, everything. Then insert option, then e-transmit in the sense, just imagine you done with the drawing and you have to share it to me, and since you have like inserted images and tables and blocks, all these things you might have inserted from the external or from the other drawing, right? Whenever you are sending to a other person, you just have to bind them. We call this as e-transmit. I'll tell you how to even do binding and all those things. Then plotting to PDF and CTB. So now it is like you have designed everything on the like on the system, then you have to just take it into the paper. For that, we'll first convert it into PDF, then understand and check the drawing whether it is proper, then we take printout. Okay, even that concepts also we'll learn in this session, and these topics will be covered from class 1 to 8, wherein yes, I have given here 1 to 6, but 2 classes I just I just carried over from from this part. Why? Because while understanding plant population, planting profile and curved profiles, first we have to start working on the project. For that, eventually simultaneously we'll start working on the avenue planting. Okay, so when we complete annotation tools from the layers, block, hatch, boundary, we'll directly start working with the avenue project, because when you start working on the project, it is easy for me to make you understand about layers, hatch, boundary, planting profile, population spacing, all these things, then taking a PDF and all those things. Okay, so that is why after completing annotation tools from the layers section, simultaneously we work with avenue planting plan. So that is with the class 1 to 8, and then class 9 to 16 will completely understand about ornamental plants like trees. What are the trees we are going to use? In trees also, you see there are shade trees, flowering trees, and then tall trees, dwarf, specimen. There are so many categories, and based on our design criteria, we have to pick them. So that is all things will be covered in trees. Same things with the palm and bamboo, both the things are very much important. We'll learn in palm, especially we have in indoor gardening, we use lot of palm species. We'll understand like palm completely, both outdoor and indoor gardening type. We'll even understand with the examples as well. Then bamboo we use probably of 4 to 5 types, but we majorly use it a lot. Why? Because they are very fast growing and they can take up harsh climatic conditions as well. That is why we use bamboo. Then come shrubs. Shrub is like a vast group. We have tall shrub, medium shrub, dwarf shrub, and then ground covers. Ground covers also technically comes under shrub, but for here, like for our landscape plan, understanding the landscape plan, I just segregated ground covers into separate section, shrubs into separate section. Okay, so ground covers are also perennials. Both shrubs and ground covers are perennial, and under shrubs we have tall shrubs, we have medium shrubs and dwarf shrubs. Next comes ground covers and climbers. Yes, climbers also holds important position in our landscaping. We have to use them. Then lawn, of course, without lawn no landscape garden will be completed. So lawn will learn only a portion of, like for landscaping or like normally nowadays in the sport field and all, they are using different type of lawn pattern, condition and all these things. So that is like completely a separate section, but now we are understanding lawn from the ornamental gardening or landscaping perspective. So that is with the lawn. After that, what happens once you done planting at the site, there might going to be some problems we might come across. So identifying those plant problems and finding solution for them, like due to improper soil conditions, plant growth gets affected. We all know the biotic and abiotic factors which influence the plant growth and development. We'll learn here. That is with the light and temperature, climate and geographic location. All these things matters a lot. Okay, light and temperature, especially sun loving species, semi shade species, this understanding we need to have. Soil also, normally we ask our client to get soil testing done. Just it is like as a precautionary measure. Just imagine your soil is of kind of high in alkaline or acidic kind of a situations, the plants might not perform very well. So after like completing all the planting, and if you face these kind of situations, there is no kind of let's say there is no of usage, because already you have done planting and we are just wasting our money. So instead of doing this process before planting, we have to get soil testing done and we have to check the pH and all those things. Okay, then climate and geographic location, this also matters a lot. We might tend to work with a different set of geographic location. If you take India as an example, so we have 10 plus agroclimatic zones. Majorly we see coastal belt, tropical belt, subtropical, desert and dry arid kind of a situation. Not only India as such, even if you take a world perspective, we see tropical belt, temperate belt, subtropical to subtropical belt, and then dry and desert. So there are so many climatic conditions we see it, right? So based on the conditions we have to suggest species. Just imagine if you put mango in temperate condition, it not even bloom or like it not even manage to grow very well. So that is the major thing you need to understand. Okay, we are not supposed to suggest all species in all climatic condition. There are some species works very well under temperate, so you have to use same set of species, and there are some species does very well under subtropical to subtropical to tropical. You have to use them, and we cannot put coastal species in the dry and arid zones and tropical species in the dry and arid zone. Why? Because the plant the growth pattern and the desired design intent, whatever we keep it right, whatever we design it right, that will not achieve 100%. That is why we have to be very careful with the climate and geographic location. This holds a very key position or key of it is nothing but a key feature in our landscaping pattern. So before designing anything, understand the climate, then start suggesting species, because ultimately it is client money. Okay, we are not supposed to waste that money. Make full usage of that whatever the amount we are getting in. Okay, then comes plant characteristics. In the sense, I just explained in my earlier slides, right? The leaf shape, then plant shape, then flower color, plant color, all these things. So variegated, we have dark green and then light green, all these things we have, right? Based on that, we just have to combine plants. Okay, we are not using one single species, we are combining 5 to 6 different species in one piece of land. In this condition, plant characteristics matters a lot. Then of course landscape principles, landscape element, and then concept in landscape gardening, then type and styles of gardening, then new trends in commercial landscaping. All these topics also we will be covering. That is from class 9 to 16, and then class 17 to 25 will understand about avenue project, residential project, then commercial residential project with bill of quantities. Okay, so that is with the our topic schedule. And so that is and there are some work you need to like do, that is of join classes before 9 p.m. Why? Because I have observed people start coming after 9, like they start joining, sorry, after 9 5 or 9 10 p.m. and they do miss out some of the information, and they do miss out the track as well. So that is why please attend regularly. Though I give recorded sessions, try to attend regular classes, live classes, because you can ask doubt, and then and there itself you can clear the things out. So that is why join before 9 p.m. then attend regularly, and then ask doubt. Then I give assignments like collection of plants and all those things, plant names, images, all these things. So you have to work on that. Then I'll also give some of the drawings to work out, practice it regularly, have your own notes and everything, because you have to write it down, your observations, right? Because we are practicing horticulture, it is like by experience we even get some kind of knowledge knowledge and all. So it is better to maintain your own notes, write all the things, write it down. Why? Because still now I write down the things, because I visit any of the site and I see the plants which is not performing well, or might be attacked to some pest and disease, and like surprisingly some species might do well under shade condition, sun condition. So all these kind of observations you have to write it down, it will be very helpful for you in the long run. Then it is kind of a two-way interactions. Even if I do mistakes, you can correct me out, till like throughout my batches, batch 10 we had lot of interactions, and we still pending with some of the topics. I just have to like clear it out, so that I have to clear and send it them in the group as well. So batch 10 we had so many live interactions, and so that is with batch 10, kind of a special, and batch all the batches are special, but batch 10 I learnt like so much things, because I got to know what they are able to, what like how do they understand, and in which area they are facing problem, and where they are feeling stuck. All these things I got to know in very clearly in batch 10. In previous batches also they used to ask me doubts and all those things, but clearly in batch 10 people, they were so expressive, and they used to express their like thoughts, doubts, everything. So even after classes also we discussed so many points, and so that is why even if I go wrong also you can correct me, because we are on the designing aspect. So it is like in the designing we do not follow any kind of major rule book, we just have to follow some kind of 4 to 5 let's say thumb rules, I say. So it is like designing always like for the betterment of our life, the design has to be there. So in that context designing varies from people to people, so you can share your ideas and thoughts as well. So please be ready with your laptop, please, because you have to work along with me, otherwise you would not able to follow the my track. So that is with that is with the kind of my request for you to follow. Then you would get to learn all these things, that is like you would get to know AutoCAD tools, drawings, how to read any landscape and architectural drawing, then basic needs of plant, all these things you would get some ideas after completing this course. Then you would have tree list, shrub list, ground covers and climbers as well. Then BOQ preparation, you will get to know how to prepare BOQ, then how to combine plants to get desired effect, then how to select plants from nurseries, all these things information I am just going to share in this course. Then plotting your designs, in the sense making PDFs and then prints, all these things. Then where and how to position your plants, this is a major thing we have to understand. Then plant identification, yes, even this also. Just assume you are working with one of the clients of metropolitan cities, and if you do not know at least 10 to 15 plant names, so he's not going to believe you. That is why at least 15-20 number of shrubs and trees and ground covers you need to know. If you happen to visit any of the nurseries, you should be able to identify it. Okay, then how to deal with clients, how to analyze the site, these are all major like kind of a soft skill you need to learn. We'll just share my experience as well. Then how to deal with nurserymen and contractors, these things, kind of a subtle difference between them we need to understand. Then design aspect of plant, type and styles of gardening, communication and networking, because talking to client is different, talking to nurseryman is different, and contractor is different. So that is why communication and networking matters a lot. Then planting method, as I said earlier, for tree planting it is different, lawn laying is different, shrub planting is different. So we'll just understand that. Then plant problems and solution, normally irrigation and light, these two things may normally we come across. So we just have to understand the plant problems, what might be the reason and all these things. So then plant morphology, that is like basic botany. What happens if you what happens if you suggest sun living species under shade condition, and vice versa, all these things you need to know. So this is all we'll discuss in our 25 days course, and you would get basic idea about all these things. Okay, so that is with our course, and if you have anything you can ask now regarding course, otherwise we'll just jump into the class 1. Okay, so directly we'll go with the class 1, that is with the introduction. First, AutoCAD basics. Remember, we will be working with 2D drawing. Okay, I'm not working with 3D drawing. Why not 3D drawing? Because in our landscaping like in our horticulture class, what happens, sorry, not as a horticulturist, I would say, sorry for that, as a horticulturist we tend to work with 2D drawing only, because our main work is to create planting plan on the basic note. Okay, we are not going to create photoshops or rivets and all those things, we are not using it, like horticulturists are not using it. For us, AutoCAD 2D drawing is like good enough. By using this software, we are going to create designs. For this, for that we need to know how does AutoCAD user interface looks and all these things. Remember, when you open AutoCAD software, you would land in this page. This page we call it as AutoCAD user interface. Okay, and this is like whole complete thing, you could able to see it, right? That is user interface. And in this user interface, the grid area, you could able to see it, right? That is, we call it as drawing area. This grid lines, you could see it, right? That is drawing area, which is infinite space, no end and starting point. Okay, you have endless it is kind of a infinite space you would get to work with. We call this as drawing area or graphic space or drawing space. Both are synonyms, drawing area, graphic area or drawing space. So both three of them like referring to this drawing area. For your easy understanding, just assume this is like your paper. Okay, so this is your paper, you need pencil and pen. For that we have this command line. Fine. In the sense, whatever you type, say if you want to draw a line, if you want to draw a rectangle, a circle, whatever you have to do, it is like you have to erase, you have to delete, you have to write numbers. So in order to start in order to draw anything, we use this command line, and we have this command box, this small box, you could able to see it, right? That is command box. So if you just type A also, that will be automatically typed in this command line. Okay, and I'll tell like I'll just in our first, like official first class, I'll show I'll just demonstrate. Okay, so as of now we'll just go with the theoretical part. So this is like command line. Whatever the information you feed, everything will be typed here in this command box. Okay, that is with the kind of for you to easy understanding, I usually refer it as pen. Wherein drawing area is you can consider it as paper, whereas command line is kind of a pen. Okay, apart from these two important feature, we also have like on the top section we have this ribbon area. In this ribbon area, this like here, this full whole rectangle, you could able to see it, right? Just follow my cursor. Okay, so this whole area is of ribbon area, and in this ribbon area, all the tools, that is of drawing tools, see this is of drawing tools, modifying drawing tools, annotation tools, layers, block, all these things will be there. Okay. It is like kind of a situated in this place. So there is a line, polyline, circle, arc, directly you can pick here. Okay, you can move your cursor and click, you can select it out, you can do that, or sometimes you are working something and automatically you cannot go here and select the things out. So for that you have to remember command. Command in the sense, in the AutoCAD what happens, whatever the function we do it, right? So if you want to draw line, if you want to delete the line, whatever the operation you have to do, we just feed them in the command language. We have to command, we have to just write shortcut keys of those command. Instead of typing LINE to create line, just press L enter. So automatically that AutoCAD assume this as a line and it start working as a line. Okay, we call this as line command. So we don't call it as a function, we call it as command. So line command, polyline command, circle command, arc command, move, copy, stretch, we call all of them as command. Okay, then annotation tools, layers, so this we just refer it as layers and block, but drawing tools, modifying tools, annotation tools, these three things we call it as command. So anybody when you get a job or when you are working, so if they talk about command, just understand it is nothing but the function we operate. So they refer it as command. If they say line command, you have to press L enter, or you have to use line tool. So in AutoCAD language, tool or function, they call it as command. I hope this is clear to you. And all these things are placed top of this drawing area, and this we call it as ribbon area, RIBBON. This is like, I think name is not given, ribbon area. Okay, and this is like a red color, you could be able to see it, right? That is application menu, and here it is a quick access toolbar like redo, undo, save as, open new, all these things will be there here in the quick access toolbar. Same thing will be there in the application button as well, but in order to access them very quickly, we could be able to like place them here in the quick access toolbar section. Okay, then title bar, it is like for each drawing we will be giving name, so the drawing name will be here, AutoCAD in the title bar. Info bar, AutoCAD is like kind of a very flexible software. If you want to know anything in detail, you can type here. If you just type line, it gives you information about line command. So that is with the info bar. And navigation bar, imagine you do not have mouse and you have to work without mouse. In that context, see there is a pan, zoom, all these things. Here there is a navigation bar, and there is a selection cursor as well in the AutoCAD. We call it as a point selection cursor. So this cross mark, we call that as selection cursor. Okay, then we have this UCS icon, that is universal coordinate system. I told you, right, we are working on 2D drawing. So, this is like a 2D plane, y axis, x axis. In 3D drawing we have z axis. Okay. So, we are not working with 3D drawing. Planting plan created normally with 2D plan, that is with x and y axis. In the 3D drawing we have z axis. When you just accidentally open 3D drawing, and how, like when you want to identify the drawing type, then you have to check for this dimension. If it is just x and y, you have to understand that is you are working on 2D drawing. If it is of 3 line, you have to understand that is of 3D drawing. Okay, that is with the UCS icon. You need to like make sure, you need to understand where exactly it is placing in your drawing and how to read it. You need to know what this icon is called at. It is called as UCS icon. And next we have the bottom of this drawing space. We have model or layout tab, then status bar. Model and layout tab, here we have two kind of space: model space, layout space. Model space in the it is such an area wherein you get to, whatever the work you do, everything will be done in the model space. Okay. If you want to take printout, then we have layout space, where in model space it is like only one, you have one model space, where in layout space you can create unlimited layout space. See, there is a plus symbol here. When you keep on clicking this plus symbol, you get to open layout 3, 4, 5, 6, like so many layouts you can create. So, what happens, just assume the information whatever you have related to any of the project, we just keep it in the model space, and sometimes you just want to take some portion of it and we have to print it out. So, in that context we can make use of layout space. Just understand, as of now model space we are going to create all the drawing. Layout space, if you want to take print out, we use layout space. I will let you know how it is working and all those things. Okay, but as of now there are two kind of paper space, one that is of model space, the other one is layout space. Model space only one we get, wherein layout space we can create extra numbers as well. By default we have one model space, and layout space we can create so many. And model space it is for drawing, layout space it is for taking printout. This information you need to know. And then that is all, these two things are situated in the model layout tab, model tab or layout tab. Okay, and then we have status bar. Remember, we have to create drawing precisely. We have to like check the precise midpoint, and then starting point, end point, all these things we have to check. Not only that, you see there are so many operation and so many facilities or key features we get to see in this AutoCAD. Okay, so all these things will be there in the status bar. In order to work precisely with scale, pinpoint scale insertion, and if you want to draw and related to scale and drawing anything precisely, we use this status bar. I will tell you the tools we use in status bar. Okay, so that is with the status bar. You have to understand the tools, that is of drawing area for drawing, command line for feeding instruction like a pen, and then we have this ribbon area. All the tools are there in the ribbon area. In order to save as, and all this redo, undo, all this option, we have this quick access toolbar. Then in order to know in which drawing you are working in, there is a title bar and your drawing title will be mentioned here. If you want to ask any questions, there is a info bar. And then sometimes if you miss out mouse, we have this navigation bar to work in. And then selection cursor, it is like selection cursor helps us to draw the things. Then UCS icon helps us to understand in which drawing we are working in. And even in the model space and layout space, this UCS icon plays a very important role. And model space for drawing, layout space for printing. Model space by default we get one, layout space we can create extra numbers. In order to create extra layout sheets, we have this plus symbol here. Also remember, if you want to open new drawing, there is a file, there is an option called file tab, and here there is a plus symbol as well. When you click this plus symbol, fresh drawing will be keep on opening. That's how we just create new drawing, that is will be in the file tab. Then status bar. In order to work anything very precisely and clearly, there are so many options, tools which are placed or in docked, docked, dock we call, or placed here in the top, here in the bottom, to me it is right corner of your AutoCAD user interface. We call this as status bar. This is like theoretically our AutoCAD user interface looks. In our first class, we'll just tell you with the software itself, and these are some of the options, that is like quick access toolbar has new, open, save, import, export, print, all this option, and it is like application menu, and this is like a quick access toolbar. Information center, ask a question and find out answer from Autodesk community. Ribbon area, we have home, insert, annotate, and all these things. So this all it is there in the ribbon panel, ribbon tab, ribbon view, and we can minimize and customize to our usage. All those things we can do. Then file tab, it is like to navigate files and create and open files. We have this file tab. This is the file tab, okay. And then drawing area, graphic area, main drawing space. This is like drawing area. This grid you could able to see it, right? That is a drawing area. Then view cube, wherein view cube helps us to view from the top, front, all these things. And normally view cube we see them in 3D drawing a lot. In 2D drawing we don't use it a lot. Then command box, wherein we can type command and see the previous command as well. I'll let you know how it is working, how it works and all those things, okay. Then we have layout tab. We can see the model space and print spaces, wherein model space for drawing, layout tab is to see the model space and to print the space. Just for you easy understanding, imagine model space we draw the things, layout space we use it to take print, okay. This is the main information difference you need to know. Further we will understand later, okay. Then status bar, we have this in order to work with grid, snap, scales, all these things. Status bar will be used. Simply I would say anything to be like drawn very clearly and precisely, we make use of this status bar, okay. That is with the AutoCAD user interface. And why we are using AutoCAD? It just saves our time, energy, speed, because you see manual drawing, you can you can see the difference between manual drawing and computer working it, right? We are going to save time, energy, speed, flexibility in storing, copying, editing, and then printing. All these things are super easy. We all understand, we all know the manual drafting and difference between the manual drafting and computer drafting, software drafting. So in this context, architects rely much on AutoCAD software, because we can within a short period of time we can deliver our project. And then AutoCAD is like a computer aided design software that allows user to create 2D and 3D drawing. Right now we work 2D drawing, okay. It is used by professionals in many industries, for us architectural industry. And then landscape gardening, our main aim is to enhance the beauty and also the value of the property. Two things, business and also the aesthetics, okay. Ultimately at the end of the day it is for business when we talk about commercial landscaping, also to improve the micro habitat, living environment, and also designing, like blending architectural building into the garden and all these things, okay. Landscape gardening major aim to enhance the beauty and value of a property, improve the living environment, and blend architecture and concrete structures with the natural surroundings. Now people have more affinity towards nature, so they expect garden everywhere. That is why most of the apartment we see, you get to work with apartment projects a lot. The major thing for them it is to have garden. So in this context, horticulturist role and horticulturist getting very good hype. And this how our commercial, let's say the proper planting plan looks. See, this green area is all plant, and this is of tag, and this is kind of a legend. And also we have to, I told you right, from the nursery see, we are not going to go directly and take the species. Okay, we have to follow our BOQ. They have to follow our BOQ for the specification. See, if they have mentioned this is 3 meter tall, three trees. Okay, so they have to procure 3 meter tall trees. Why? Because trees has trees usually have long living habit. Okay, so if we end up using very small miniature seedling, so it takes so much of time. Nowadays the people who, it is like if they are investing, they have to see at least this kind of planting in their lifetime. They do not want to wait it. So that is why they have to have that immediate impact. That is why we are getting ready to plant kind of a species. For that specification we have to mention. So for all this plant, you see it, right? We have to give them the like proper specification. Based on the specification in the nurseries, we have to select them. So that is with the understanding Indian nurseries as well as planting plan. These two things as a horticulturist we have to understand. And mouse usage, as I told you earlier. So just a video, I am using this from batch 1. I find it is kind of helpful for people to relate, because since it is online, I could not show how to hold mouse and all these things. So your right hand should be on the mouse. Okay, so this is left key. Left key is very important one. In order to work majorly on all the commands, we use left click. If you want to draw or whatever, if you want to do anything related to designs, we use left click button a lot. We call this as a left button or left click. I usually refer it as left click because it is easy for people to remember and work. That is why I use this as left click. This is left click, and this is of right click or right button and scroll wheel. These 3 buttons we use it a lot. Okay, left click to start and to work with command, we use left click button. Right click button, if you want to drop down any of the menu, if you wanted to use, we use right click button. Then scroll wheel, to zoom in, zoom out and pan. For all these things, scroll wheel we use it a lot. I have this one video shot for you to easy understand the things. So see how to like use them. First, if I say left click, this portion you have to click. If I say right click, this portion you have to click. Okay, scroll wheel, this is the one. So please, I am again repeating, I am just showing it again. If I say left click, this is the option, right click, that is the option, and scroll wheel. So that is with the mouse usage. And the right hand should be on the mouse. And then keyboard. So here also keyboard, your left hand should be on the keyboard, then thumb finger on the space bar button, then a ring finger on the escape key, and these 2 fingers are on the rest of the keys. Because when you have proper posture wherein right hand on the mouse and left hand on the key, it is easy for you to work. So because in AutoCAD we use all these things in one simultaneously on the one go. It is like simultaneously you will be working with AutoCAD and then with keyboard. So it is like hand in hand, it has to go. That is why you just have to practice this posture, and that is with the keyboard usage. We use space button a lot, escape key, because if you escape keys kind of we using it as a refresh button in AutoCAD. Okay, so we use alt button, control shift, alt shift, then control tab, alt tab, then F series. All these things we use it a lot. So right hand on the mouse, left hand on the keyboard. So all the keys we going to use it. These are some of the shortcut keys we generally use. You can note it down also. I will tell you the importance in our first class. Okay, so that is with the keyboard usage. Again I am repeating this video. This is my left hand, wherein you just have to keep like this and then keep start working it, wherein in one hand you have to like type the things, other hand will be on the mouse. Fine, then that will be very easy for you to work. So we don't keep 2 hands on the keyboard, 1 hand on the mouse, that is right hand on the mouse, left hand on the key. So I know not generally this how we use, but again I am repeating for you, so for you to understand. So that is with the mouse usage and keyboard usage. All these keys we use along with functional keys plus control plus tab, alt plus tab, control shift, alt shift, all these things we are going to use it. So keys in the sense, if I say like, if I want to draw line command, just press L enter. Okay, L enter, if you press L enter, always remember whenever you type any of the command, you have to press enter key, then only that command gets activated. I will demonstrate you in my first official class. And if you want to draw circle, C enter. If you want to take copy command, C O enter. Then if you want to work with save, S, control S you can press, and with the command you have to press enter. Okay, then Z enter. All of this alphabet has some functions to do. Okay, we'll just understand it later. That is with the keyboard usage and general shortcut keys. So this is like a point selection cursor, and in order to turn on and off we use F functional keys. It is like you just have to press F12, that's it. And there is a dynamic input tooltip. Sorry, for dynamic input tooltip, if you press F12 on and off, it just appear and disappear. So that is with the F12 keys. Remember, all the keys has yes. You have any doubt? And remember, all the doubts will just keep it in the last. Okay, so okay, you had some doubts. No, you can ask now. Remember, while explaining, I could not able to see your comments, so I'll just keep usually in the last. Okay, you had doubt, you can ask me. Sajjana, you had raised hand, so anything to ask? Fine. Okay. So fine. So in our first class, we'll just start with the selection sets, and we'll demonstrate all the AutoCAD user interface parts and everything. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me now. So normally we'll finish or close our class by 10 p.m. 9 to 10 p.m. Okay. Okay. You can ask your doubt now. Fine then. You can even message me later also. Cost it is of 6,000, 599, 5,999. Yes, because we work 2D planting plan only, because Photoshops and all we are not going to use it, so that is why 2D only will learn. Normally in commercial planting plan we are creating with the 2D drawings only. 3D is not required for planting plan, that is the reason. Okay. Yes, Gautam, you had some doubt. 5999.
So this is 25 days class.
Yeah, this
But,
is 25 days course.
this is a demo class, no?
Yeah, this is demo class.
That's a 25 days in payment. How,
Tw-
when I
Sorry, I didn't get.
need to pay for the 25 days charges for that.
Yeah, in the first only.
Okay, okay. How can we connect the code WhatsApp link as well?
Um, you can like through the WhatsApp. You have WhatsApp number, so I'll just share the registration details over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you there in the group?
Yes, sir. I'm in group.
Okay.
Only I can.
Okay, you can message me, or if you tell me your number, I'll just send the registration link to you there over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Notes in the sense we are not going to give notes as such, but some of the PDFs and infographics I'm just going to share it with you. In the sense, notes not like kind of our course notes, but PDF informations and infographics, related formulas and all those things will be shared.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
Um,
recorded classes will be given. Yeah.
okay, that's all right.
Every day, yes. From Monday to Tuesday, whatever we cover, sorry, from Monday to Friday, whatever we cover, in the sense, just assume we have completed first class today. Tomorrow by 12 o'clock, I'm just going to upload yesterday's class. That's how the procedure goes on. In the sense, class 1 will be uploaded tomorrow, class 2, day after tomorrow. That's how it goes on. You have to download it, because in last batches I tried giving them the no, not through Drive. It is like we have this Autodesk website. I'll just show it to you. From there you can download it for 15 days trial they would give. Also from any of the computer service center, you can get it downloaded. Remember, the genuine version is kind of little cost. Okay, charging around 60-70,000 per year, and that is why we don't work on genuine version. For practicing and everything, we work on like a normal student version or cracked version. So from here also you can download it. Autodesk. Because I just gave some of the link for download everything in my previous classes, but their system, few of their system was not supporting. So that is why I just asked them to go to any of the computer service center, and they might charge you around 350 to 200 rupees, or even 400 kind of a thing. So there is a AutoCAD LT and AutoCAD LT, very lighter version. So you can just click here and like take a download a free trial. In download a free trial also, if you give education purpose and anything, they're going to ask some of the details. So that is why give home use purpose. So you just have to follow this process. Next, sign, you have to give your email address, and then the procedure goes on. So I already have my email address here, and yeah, so here we have to give the password, all these things. Just follow the procedure. Instead of like education purpose, you have to select home use only. So that is a one procedure you need to follow. Since I have already registered, I could not do it anymore. And better you go to just take your laptop only, then get it downloaded. It's like easy. Okay, anything? Okay, it is like Masood Khan, don't worry. You just visit any of the computer. Do you have access to any of the service center kind of a thing? So then you can go there and ask which version is better. About 2020 is better. 22, 2022, 23. Each year they're going to update it. So about 2020 will be better. Yes, recorded session. Once you do the registration and everything will be added to the WhatsApp group, right? So you will share the link. Your AutoCAD have no RBN options coming. Sorry, I don't know this RBN option. What is that? Okay, I don't know this. I'll just reboot. I'll just have to check this out. Computer processor. Um, not. I'm not sure about it. What to tell, but definitely I'll message you. I'll just let you know. Okay. I have to ask. Cost is of 5,999. Thank you. AED, I have to convert that because first few batches we had got registration from Dubai and everything, but after like from batch 7th onwards we stopped, uh, like people did not register from Middle East and Dubai and everything. So which area you are really staying in? AED is okay, United Arab Emirates, right? So what happens is like payment will be the issues. So there is a one major thing. We'll just check that out. I think 234.5 AED. Yes, certificate will be issued. We'll share you the. Somebody had asked for sample certificate. We'll just share that as well. IAD means it's their currency, like how we have Indian rupees, like, right? Same thing. Hospitality and institution, what happened is like because of copyright issues I could not get drawing. So that is a major reason I could not cover, but I can tell you the design aspect because I could not get the plan get the plan of that area. So Yeah.
ಶಾಪಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಒಯ್ದಿದ್ವಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸ್ವಿಮ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಪೂಲ್ಗೆ. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಐತಲ್ಲ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಇದು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ವಾ.
Hello.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತು, 100 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಆರಾಮ ಒಂದು ತಾಸು.
Hello. Praveen, can you please mute yourself? Okay. I hope doubt is cleared. If anything, you can message, you can directly message me. Okay, we'll end today's session. Thank you for joining and thank you for time as well. So, April 6th, hopefully, we'll see all of you in our batch 11. Thank you. Bye. Take care and good night. Uh, Sample certificate, you just message me in the WhatsApp, okay? I'll just share it with you.